Lots of love, love.
Our inside here, you know, you get an insight and you know something, you know, but you don't want to say it out loud because you're kind of afraid that it's not going to be really true and it'll spoil the whole thing for you, you know. But when somebody makes you say it, then, and it's true, then it just makes it more beautiful of a thing.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Console Gaming League. I am Joker's Ransom, he is Chef Billy, and we've got an NAPC Open playoff matchup for you tonight. We've got Yikes versus SpyCheck.
Yeah, I mean, Yikes, also known as Brighton Stratton College out of Virginia, doing some massive work in the collegiate OW scene. The Ochre rankings are coming out here in advance of the upcoming weekend, where the homecoming playoffs are starting there in Overwatch Collegiate. So good luck to all the teams participating in that. They were the big movers last week in week number 2 of the Ochre rankings, moving up 6 spots to the number 8 position. I actually had them ranked number 10. So, you know, not too far off for the chef here, having some good time with that. But they've got a definite fight on their hands here. So we're going to look for SpyCheck to bring it up with them. They've got, a really solid squad here. SpyCheck, I think, was just picked out of the blue. Basically a random pick here coming out from Yikes. So we're going to... our map pool and see where we are heading first. We're going to go to the trusty old Lijiang Tower, and it's going to be a battle of the tanks, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, where else would you have gone? And Lijiang Tower's in the map pool. Of course, that's where we're going to start off on. This is going to be an interesting matchup between the tanks. I'm interested to see what these two teams play out. Orissa's still very, very good at the moment. You can also see Azaria if you're so inclined to play it. But I feel like that Orissa is going to be the mainstay we see today.
I don't know. It depends on if we're going to see Sigma rear his head up here, because Sigma has really been coming to the forefront, Joshua, in a lot of different stratospheres of competition. So while my beloved donkey horse, I love her to death. I mean, we'll see. If Tank Roulette's going to be the name of the game once again, if we're going to see the pick counter pick culture going on still, I tell you what, this has been a good first week of competition. We just saw Red Team absolutely shellac poor striking Doom down into the lower bracket. So I'm hoping that we'll have a little bit more of a competitive series here.
and see if that determines, well, what we're going to be seeing from these two teams.
Ooh, we're going to start on Control Center. So this is going to be Brawl Central here. And I mean, Ramacha works here. We saw an unhealthy amount of Doom in the last match, and it did not work out very well. So we will see what Cyber versus Spike Mecha here are going to bring to battle. But I would assume that we will see a Bastion come out, and there it is, confirmation of that. But I like this pick from Yikes. It's way more mobile. You have a little bit more sturdiness in the tank department as well with the Reinhardt, but you're going to see, I mean, if you're not running with a Lucio right now with this competition, especially if you have a Mei or a Bastion in, you're really doing your team a disservice.
And we do actually see Set come in for Yikes here to play that Lucio role that they are so known for. Let's see, are we going to see both teams running out on a pretty much mirror? No. Okay, so we have that change in that DPS slot for both of these two teams. We'll see how that works out in either team's favor, but right now, SpyCheck's going to be the ones to set up on that white room. As now it's going to be, they're just going to have to rotate the point if you are Yikes. You can't really walk into the microwave of that damage that is those sentry turrets. Cyber is just going to be walking in the rotation, but the teleporter is going to come through, but MLU is going to be the one to go down early on, and that's just going to be the first plays coming in, as it's going to be Yikes taking the fight.
Yeah, I mean, that is a fantastic first fight there coming from them, and, you know, we see just the space taking, the patience that we're used to seeing from a Yikes team, from this Brighton Stratton College team, and now they're going to try and set up here right along the choke.
Now they're trying to walk in. It is SpyCheck here. They're going to force back Yikes for the moment, but ooh, and Widow 1 Twix takes out manually early on. It's a huge pick, so much damage now gone. Ant Matrix in response though from Proto to try to keep things going in the favor of Yikes. The Shatter comes out, the follow-up needs to be there, and it is Proto from on high, just raining damage down and taking no prisoners. Yikes takes the team kill.
I mean, you get out the answering Ant Matrix as well, so this is actually fantastic work here from Yikes and just the positioning. This is what higher level play will get you for your troubles. And this Mei is going to be such a damn big problem for them.
Yeah, definitely losing Widow 1 Twix early on in the fight. You need that Symmetra if you're running that Symmetra composition right now.
Well, I mean, you've got the poke, you've also got the CC to really wall off from your supports. I think that's the big difference going on right now. There it is.
Another nice one, but they are able to get that teleporter down, but Slater finds Cryo early up, and now the Blizzard can be invested. They do lose Slater in the meanwhile, but it's just not enough. The Shatter does come out, but Spike does not have the follow-up there quite just yet. Widow 1 Twix tries to do something to take manually out, but again, it's just not enough. Yikes continues their hold.
It's early picks in these fights here, Joshua, that we're seeing. And I mean, it's just the game sense. I'm gonna harken on this a lot tonight, but it's a lot about what they do. And they're playing in so many different compositions, and that photon barrier could be huge on the back of that sound barrier.
Yeah, the Photon Barrier is going to be splitting the point in half. They need to find a pick, and they need to find it now, though. Ant Matrix has come out from Flota, trying to keep things going for Yikes. Is that Sound Barrier coming in response? That might just be the end of it. The Shatter comes out, knocks down 2. The follow-up is there. The overtime bar ticking away. It's just Kiwi left. That's not going to be enough. Yikes takes round number 1.
Yep, 100-0. That's pretty emphatic coming out from Yikes. So, I mean, this is exactly what they want to do. They want to stamp their authority early here in this series, and Control Center is a perfect place for Cyber to do just that. Took so much space so early in those fights. And when you've got a support like Proto that's able to get the sightlines, the LOS, and really just avoid all the spam damage coming in, and the focus damage coming in from NLU, that is exactly what you need to see. So for Yikes right now, stay the course. No changes up in their lineup. Same thing for SpyCheck. They're going to keep running their same composition as well. I want to see them rotate well here. And with this Symmetra, they should be able to get early point presence.
Yeah, that's got to be a priority if you are either of these two teams. But with SpyCheck running it for the majority of the map. They're going to get to the point where the nice May wall does come out, and they're able to take NLU already out of this fight. Does yikes, and that's just going to be the fight already. Cyber went a little bit low, but the healing was there, and holding on to the point is yikes again.
I mean, this is two different philosophies here for this Yikes team versus SpyCheck. You're saying, you know what? You can take the early positioning with the symmetric teleporter. We're going to block you off from any resources that you need to keep yourself alive through the mid-fight, and we're just going to rely on our skill to be able to push you back to keep you at base. So Sigma now out for SpyCheck.
Yeah, Sigma trying to change the tide of something. Well, they find Slater out early on, does SpyCheck, and now that is the opening that SpyCheck was looking for. They're going to be able to push into the point, but they need, SpyCheck needs more, and while losing Widow one quick like that is just going to put a damper in your parade, is now Yikes can just go all aggro and won't take the fight yet again.
Early Ant Matrix once again from Proto. Proto is really making me look like a star right now. With how they're playing, they are absolutely on top of their game, getting the healing resources. The spam is so good coming in from those healing nades from the Baptiste. Now you're looking at Set has almost 20% difference here on Kiwi and Big Shatter.
Yeah, the Shatter just right past the shield, coming in from Cyber and taking NLU down. Thanks to that May wall, it should be the fight. They're gonna invest in the Matrix though as cryo, but it's just not gonna be what you need. There is just too many people down from SpyCheck to really make a difference in that fight.
Game was WM1 all the way there. They were just not having any sass there coming out of Yikes, and we're going to look, add to the kept of a spawn camp. And I tell you what, manually has been hitting headshots with the railgun. Good God!
Yeah, that's the overclock taking Kiwi out. The charge, oh, they do lose Cyber though. They're losing Spike Mecha. It still should be Yikes taking that fight, and it is indeed. We're going to see Yikes fully rotate back now, but it's going to be a very difficult for them to touch. They are swapping over to quick characters, trying to get to the point as quickly as they can. They've got the proc for a little bit. And with the Wrecking Ball on the point, the Kiwi goes down, Trio goes down as well. This should be just a band-aid trying to hold on for a little bit, keeping the blood from gushing all the way, but and Yikes takes the and goes up.
There's no amount of gauze that can stop the bleeding there, Joshua. Nah, that was pretty emphatic coming out of Yikes. They understand exactly what they want to do here in the NAPC Open. So Cyber putting on a pretty dominant performance there, taking space when they wanted to. This Shatter was everything that I wanted it to be.
Oh yeah, it was fantastic there. And then the follow-up from Froda from on high was fantastic as well. And like you said, you're looking like a genius right now, Billy. This support line for Yikes is really just empowering Cyber to allow them to do whatever they really feel like.
I tell you, I talk about, how fights go where you want to work from the back to the front because the tanks are so durable, especially Orisa and a Sigma. They're working from the back to the front on their own. They're working from the back and really enabling their tank to get it done. And then you're looking at manually going on these side angles and just absolutely taking heads and just notches on the bedpost there. Just absolutely having a fantastic time. They take the 1-0 lead here, round number 1. And SpyCheck, they got some questions to ask themselves. There were signs of life. We did see some kills starting to come through. We started to see a little bit more coordination. I just think that they have to be able to meet the wave that is Yikes right now. They have to find some kind of a wave break and be able to push through Cyber's aggression and get into the back line.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the next map pool, for the obviously Hybrid being the next map. I'm looking at the pool that we have available for us: Blizzard World, Hollywood, and Bonnie, Kings Row. I'm trying to figure out what would the best choice be for SpyCheck to go into here. And obviously, Billy, I think you have an idea with that grin on your face.
I mean, if we're not going to Kings Row, yeah, now I look like it. No, I don't look so sorry now.
Silly
We're actually
goose.
going to we're going to Hollywood So we're going to change the entire conversation here about what kind of composition we want to run here. Do we see Spike Mecha come out maybe with a Sigma once again being able to take space? Do we see maybe a Junker Queen also come through, because it is such a linear map here for the payload? Yeah. I think that you could get some serious value with the Junker Queen here.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, if we take a look at SpyCheck's team sheet that they so gracefully filled out for us, they do love Queen Brawl. And so, I mean, that could be what the decision making behind going to Hollywood is. If we see that Queen Brawl coming out, I'm interested to also see, obviously, Widow 1 Twix is a Widow player. Are we going to see that maybe on point number 2 or that first point defense as well?
Well, we will get some of that answers coming in here very shortly. The pressure is going to come in for NLU on SpyCheck coming into the DPS role. So we'll see a bit of a change up here in the composition. Maybe a little bit different as well as far as the actual team composition will come out here. Will we see something with a little bit more CC? Will we see allowing Widow on Twix to be able to get the chance to play that hero, and maybe a little bit more projectile coming out from the pressure? So you know what, well, I mean, it's going to be a battle for high ground second point when we do get there, because I mean, the way that the meta is sitting right now, it could go either way. You could see a full hold if it's working for them, or you could see just a really quick stomp going through, and Yikes choosing to be on the defense here. So they want to know the benchmark that they're going to have to meet to get themselves on match point. SpyCheck, yeah, there's some definite changes coming out here. It does look like Spike is going to flash us, at least for now, then Sigma. Yikes is actually going to show us the same thing. And look at this. Slater is going to bring out the Genji here. So they might be anticipating said Widowmaker or another sniper. I mean, they're looking at the Ashe and the Hanzo. That's a lot of shield break potential. That's a lot of backline pressure potential as well.
Yeah, and Set still in for Yikes here as well. They are on to the Brigitte to maybe deal with, to at least keep Proda a little bit shielded, and especially with those DPS that are currently being locked by SpyCheck.
Oh, they are going to come out on the heroes that they were flashing us in spawn. So we're still going to see manually on this Sojourn. You've got that long range potential, but now you've got 2 snipers looking for your head.
Yeah, it is going to be a little bit more difficult for manually to get into positioning with those 2 DPS now looking for their heads. But hey, we'll see how it works for them. Slater getting some nice dash through damage early on, but that just choked the poke damage coming in so far from Yikes.
It's just about a positioning. It's a little do-si-do here on the high ground. I mean, look at that. I mean, look, wow. Spike went down so low.
Yeah. So did Cryo there, but the pressure is going to be the one to open it up. It just takes 1 arrow to the dome to open things up for SpyCheck, and now they can rotate into the point here. And now they're going to have to be, Yikes is going to have to be a little bit more careful. They don't have that harassment of the backline of the Genji any longer, but hey, Spike is going very aggressive for a Sigma player at the moment. But now Slater's back from spawn, and they've taken the pressure out. That might be the go sign, and it is for Yikes. They've taken Widow 1 Twix out, and that should be the hold coming in for Yikes.
I mean, manually getting the work done, and we do see Kiwi going over. They do have the ERE, so there's a lot of burst healing here available to SpyCheck, and that's why you're seeing it so hard to confirm these kills for Yikes. But they finally get it done. They get the team wipe, and now it's all about positioning once again. You've got to break the choke. You got to break through the cycle of cooldowns here. For Cyber already has the flux on.
Yeah, Cyber going to be investing that graded flux early on. And it's going to be a nice one. Find a couple of players in that flux, get that damage down, force the Amp Matrix out, try to get that extra healing, extra bit of damage as well as the overclock coming in, but Manuel is going to go down. The Captive Sun finds them out early on and out. Yikes are on the back foot. They're popping Rally, trying to hold on for a little bit longer, maybe wait for those respawns. But SpyCheck still has this ability, and now the upper hand with Bob coming on to the point. That extra bit of damage with the Dragon Blade in the back line might be enough. No, Slater's going to get dealt with that dynamite and force back. But hey, there's still a chance. Manuel's come back from spawn. Kiwi's gone, and the Amp Matrix being invested by Proto might be enough to keep things going. Cyber's down, but they've lost two. SpyCheck has lost two, now 3 players. And Yikes are going to be able to come back from spawn.
They are, and I mean, looking at Cyber, it's going to be a bit of a trek to get them back. There's no taxi to get you back, so it's going to take them about 20 seconds to re-engage here, and they just completely emptied their larder. So they're going up against a Flux and a Dragon Strike. Into the side, what a rail shot there from Manually.
Yeah, that is a huge play. However, SpyCheck are going to be coming in with some of the advantage into this fight. They've got this Gravitic Flux coming online. The pressure has got the Dragon Strike as well. That is a perfect combo that can be used by SpyCheck to really open things up. We'll have to see if it is used as a combo. No. That answers my question right there. And then they're going to invest it early on to try to make some space. And they do. The Spike Mecha's on top, but this is not looking good. Cryo's so low. They need to get their healing to them at the moment. But hey, and take down Spike Mecha. Yeah, they lost it in the midst of it. The Captive Sun invested as well, and they only get manually, it looks like, and that's just not going to be enough. 3 seconds to go, and no one's going to be able to touch. Yikes! Complete the full hole on point 1.
That overclock for Manually not only took Spike Mecha out, it also took out the Iyari in the middle of Captive Sun. They didn't get the ultimate off. And wow, what a fight. That was scrappy. It was intense. I mean, everything that you want from a defending team. 58.3% is what they do get. So, you know what? Looking like the defensive mindset here, wanting to see their benchmark really playing in Yikes' favor. And SpyCheck, they are looking down the barrel of looking at match point against them. This is going to have to be a very, very solid hole here coming from SpyCheck. I really did like Spike Mecha. There's moments where he got so aggressive and the healing was there. And then all of a sudden you see Slater and Manually absolutely change the fight in their favor.
Yeah.
Man, so good.
Yeah, that too. And then, or like I said while you were talking, he would just back up sometimes. He had the advantage and wouldn't take off. Wouldn't take out like when Set was doing them in that small room behind where Widow One Twix is set up right now. They had the advantage, but they wouldn't confirm the kill, and that's might be one of the reasons why they weren't able to take that first point.
Cyber. Cyber.
There they are.
Okay. I mean, looking at almost mirror comps here. Well, I'd say that. It's not mirror comps. I was just tanking the Baptiste together. Kiwi's sticking with this Iyari, and I mean, defensively much better suited for the pressure coming in.
Yeah, and it can work wonders if they can get that damage there onto the enemy team. It's just the name of actually getting it to onto Yikes. As they've already made a clean rotation and forced SpyCheck off this high ground that they were looking to hold for so long. They have to hold it for 3 minutes and 22 seconds. As Yikes pushing this objective onto the point. Spike Mecha is so low. They're going to be able to get Proto out of this fight, though. Are they going to be able to keep things going? Everyone's so low on SpyCheck here, and that might just be it. Manually taking the pressure out. Cryo's gonna fall. Yeah, now Cryo falls down. It's just Iari left on the point, and that's gonna be that. Yikes takes match number 2.
I mean, what a clean rotation they're coming out of Yikes. I mean, they take the high ground away from SpyCheck. They feign the early touch. They rotate through stairs and just absolutely collapse on top of SpyCheck. SpyCheck just didn't know which way to go. And here we see the Rock once again just getting the work done and having so much fun at the same time. That's a magnificent flux that came through.
Oh yeah, they were just fantastic there. That was a nice follow-up from the rest of Yikes as well. They're looking so good. And like you said, they're a top collegiate team for a reason right now. And we'll see if they continue this dominant fashion after this short little break. Do not go anywhere. You're not going to want to miss the conclusion of this series right after this.
Name straight, new wave.
All right, everyone, we are back, and it is time for map number 3. We're headed to headed to Flashpoint, and we are headed to Sarah Vasa.
I would expect to see Cyber back on the Reinhardt here, to be quite honest. Really is a good tank here, unless they want to give us the Orisa. I wouldn't be mad at that either. We could also see the Zarya. I mean, it just depends. Depends on how they run.
Yeah, you just really want to be as fast as you possibly can be on Flashpoint to get from corner to corner to end if you really need to. Again, this is match point though for SpyCheck has to have everything on the line here, or they're gonna taking a trip to the lower bracket to make the run of dreams if they possibly can. So this is where you've got to show your mentals, your fortitude. Can you come back in this series here and now, or are you going to be relegated to that lower bracket?
Well, if the results hold here, SpyCheck obviously we go down to the lower bracket, but the next opponent here for Yikes would be Whooper Troopers, the winner of Whooper Troopers versus MBI, and Yikes being the second seed, just behind YSL here in the NAPC Open. I mean, different sides of the bracket, so there could be a run there leading up to maybe a clash of 1v2 here in the NAPC Open. But I mean, they got to get the work done, and so Survasa is where they will decide that. We'll see if any kind of changes come out here for SpyCheck. Do they have anything else in the tank? NLU is back in, and looks like otherwise we are looking at the same lineups across the board.
Yeah, that YSL squad is a tough team. That's probably I'm excited to see whenever that happens, if Yikes versus YSL happens at the moment. But let's talk about Flashpoint. Let's talk about Saravasa, and well, we're not even seeing the 3 tanks you mentioned, Billy. It's not looking good for you right now. They you keep predicting things, and then, well, they just say, no, we're going to do something else. We're going to see Cyber on the Junker Queen, it looks like. Well,
I mean, the reason why you do this, honestly, is because there is no real high ground that you have to worry about. So, I mean, working the Junker Queen here is going to be a fantastic option. Now, there's a lot of damage coming out for SpyCheck. Yeah. They've got NLU on the Sojourn, and then the spam damage coming in from Widow. This is actually going to be a very dangerous competition for you guys.
Wait, that was a nasty jagged blade coming in from Cyber, landing it, pushing him back, pulling him in, as Spike Mecha now going to be into the face of Cyber here as the commanding shot now comes out. Flashpoint is unlocked, and a lot of people are on SpyCheck are low. Nice plays coming in, the Carnage coming in, and another nice jagged blade shot coming in from Cyber, continuously landing that cooldown onto the opposition and helping Yikes take this first control point.
The reset on it with the connection of the jagged blade and then Carnage sweeping through. I mean, that reset is just so damn brutal, especially on a static tank like a Romantra. So you see Spike Matcher going over, going to match the Junker Queen, but you're now 50% behind in ult charge.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough percentage to catch up on in some way, shape, or form. If Cyber keeps playing like they are, they might even get lapped. We'll see how this next fight comes underway as rotations coming out and manually goes down early on. Now the go sign comes in, commanding shout out from Spike Macker to get into the thick of things, but hey, they still can't seem to break through this Yikes squad as NLU does find Cyber, but again, Slater's still there, just finding pick after pick for Yikes.
That was all due to Proto. I mean, what a late immortality barrier. They held it as long as they could, trying to keep Cyber in the fight. But that's going to be market taken here by Yikes and Cyber. And now they're going to go ahead and rotate around. We're going to see where they're heading to next, and it looks like they are heading to Gardens here. So this is going to be them trying to rotate, getting the first capture of the point, and getting positioning up. They've got 4 ultimates into this fight.
Yeah, this is going to be really difficult for SpyCheck with Yikes already having these ultimates up. That's Amp-H going to be used early on, commanding shout, getting the rest of Yikes into position, getting that first kill on the Spike Mech is huge. Now they can follow up and take out the rest of SpyCheck. Widow One Twix swapping over to the Pharah as well, trying to change something for the tide for SpyCheck, but that just doesn't seem in the cards right now.
No, Proto has been so darn hard to locate. Really playing at range here and making it so that if you're trying to work that front to back, you're going 4v1 against a full 5 coming in. The Kitsune Rush is going to try and get him on the point.
That Kitsune Rush coming in, but they've already lost NLU. Slater with the Dragon Blade. They take down Widow, and that's going to be that. Yeah, again, Slater with 4 manually. Come on, dude. Come on.
Yeah,
you could have let Slater get the 5-piece. You could have let them get the ace. Come on.
I mean, aces are good. We love aces. We stand a good ace here, but I mean, the damage is done, and it's on the back of the 2 ultras. They did invest the overclock into that, so you need to get some value out for it. But 61% counting, looking for NLU to do something big here. They're half health. They need to get procced up here. Oh no.
Yeah, they just keep going into these fights at half health. It's just impossible. Rampage coming in. It's just going to clean a house. Cryo goes down before they can really use that Suzu to keep anyone alive. Spike Mecha trying with their own Rampage as well. NLU does take down Set, but again, it's just not enough. Manually and Proto take down a couple, and Yikes takes that second flashpoint.
Once again, it's a 2 ultimate fight. I mean, they're being very economic with their ultimates when they do decide to let loose at them. They're trying to layer a support and a DPS ult together. This time they layered in a support ult on top of the Rampage because they did end up getting their own Rampage sent against them, and they did not have anything to cleanse it.
Yeah, no, they did not. As Kiwi's going to use the Captive Sun, and Prota's out of the fight. That is a huge pick. We keep singing the praises of Prota all series long, and now they're not in the fray. Manuel's going to try to turn it back with that overclock, but they don't seem to find a pick. Maybe not. Widow One Twix is now down. The commanding shout trying to keep that health up for SpyCheck. Can they clean the rest of Yikes up, or are they going to lose it? Now Spike Mecha goes down. That is disastrous, and now it's allowing Yikes to come onto the point. And Cryo's alone. They're going to be able to get away with that swift step, but in the end, Yikes are able to get that point back into their favor.
It's the speed option. It's the speed option. If you're thinking about football, about American football, it's the speed option. And right now, Set is putting on a masterclass. That's a very big pick, though. Kunai dotting manually between the eyes and now Slate.
Yeah, Dragon Blade's gonna come out in the... Oh my goodness, Kiwi goes down in the midst of their Captive Sun. Slater finds another one. Cryo, meanwhile, on the point has found 2 for SpyCheck. And now 3 gonna make it flip into the favor of SpyCheck. But what? Set using using Sound Barrier, and well, it's gonna work out for them. Maybe Spike Mecha is half HP, and Manuel's gonna find a shot, take them down as the Healing Pylon's on the point, but Manuel is just going to keep taking players and sending them back to spawn.
No, I mean, taking the pylon down, recognizing what it could represent as far as a recontest there, and now you're looking for anything to come out here. I mean, deflect is going to have to be huge here for Slater as you're going in not only against a overclock, but also the Blizzard.
Yeah, the Blizzard is going to be this crucial ultimate, but Widow One Twix is already half HP. They just can't seem to go into these fights, and the Rampage comes in early on, and Widow One Twix goes down. NLU quickly afterwards. This could be the end of it all. It definitely is, as manually pops the overclock to just stop anyone from coming to the point. Yikes takes the map and the series in a 3-0 fashion.
And that's all I got to say. That was clean out of Yikes. The rotations, the willingness to stay in the fight, even when it's a lost cause. And Slater got absolutely gutted here by not getting the ace. Man, shame on you. Shame on you, but this is great. This is a great engage coming in from him.
It is indeed taking out the Pharah as well. Huge plays coming in from Yikes. And yeah, I'm excited for this would-be matchup of the 1v2. Looking at that YSL roster, looking at this Yikes team, that could be the banger of the series that we're looking for. That's down the road. There's still the quarterfinals in the winners final and the winners bracket and that semifinals as well. They'd only match up in that winners final like we talked about. They still have to worry about the rest of the bottom half of that winners bracket before that matchup can happen.
Well, I mean, their pedigree is starting to shine through. They were a bubble team last year. We were talking about BSCVA last year. Yikes. And they were hovering, and they made their way into the rankings. And I tell you what, this group of 6 gamers here for Yikes, they are definitely a force to be reckoned with. Definitely get them on your radar. Take a look at them this weekend when they come up for Overwatch Homecoming. This is going to be a serious test for them. I cannot wait for this weekend to start.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting weekend nonetheless, but hey, I'm just excited. That was such great stuff. We have a lot of games tomorrow if you are interested in that as well, so make sure to drop a follow. On to the CGL 1 Twitch channel. We've got Yellow Yetis versus Sublime in an APC Open matchup, which is, yes, they are in that lower part of the winners bracket for Yikes versus SpyCheck, so they play in the winners semifinals if they got there. Then we have Archon versus Guardian Astro. That is an NA Council Open matchup. And then to round out the day, there is Aimless Esports versus Primal at the Disco, which is an NA Masters matchup. A couple, I believe 2 of them at least, will be streamed tomorrow, so make sure to drop that follow here on CGL1 and CGL_2 to catch all the Overwatch action. But other than that, Billy, I don't have much more to say here.
I mean, it's going to be a protracted, long couple of weeks here with lots of gaming going on. Weekends, of course, are going to be busier, even though we're seeing a lot of midweek, action going on. So make sure that you do have the notifications turned on. Make sure that you're watching the CGL Discord. Wait for that stream notification ping to come out. But I mean, this is starting to shape up very nicely. First round is going to close up on Sunday. And then we'll have our round 2 matches coming up. It could be a semifinal, it could be a quarterfinal, just depends on which bracket we are actually in. But that's going to do it for myself and for Joker here. Thank you to Boom, our producer, and all our VOD, our prod, and video directors behind us. This has been a fantastic night of gaming. We will see you later. Be good to each other inside the game and out, and we will be with you soon. Bye, friends.
Peace.